Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, passing may be at a premium, at least for one side. The Steelers are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Bengals, who will need to solve that secondary.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw here. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. So a collective holding of breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And all eyes now on the backup quarterback as he'll duck under center. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. So on fourth down, Marvin Lewis sends on the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he is knocked down from the side. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. First carry, he loses the football, and the Bengals grab it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Anything to make of this, or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week, and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's got room. And now look at him go. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throw now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And it's a fumble.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Red zone opportunity. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, first and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try the end around with Green. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Now that was a pretty unconventional play call there on 3rd and goal. You hate to take a chance of something going wrong and turning the ball over. And now it's looking like they're going to have to settle for 3.
And Bullock will put this one through. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Bullock out now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. A reminder later tonight, a game some folks have had circled on their calendars since the schedule came out in April. That's the Super Bowl rematch. Falcons, Charles, at Foxborough to take on the Patriots.
Super Bowl 51.5, anyone?
Then on Monday night, that's no slouch either. An NFC East battle between the Redskins and the Eagles. They'll run it now out of the gun. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. To throw now in his own end zone, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. James Harrison in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. With it is Brown. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Bell so light. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And in into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more
looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Martin, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows him sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
And he knocks it through. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
We got 3 down, 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Heinz Field after this. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
No, check, Patriot!
to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Brown. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now he'll throw deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Now let's go. Hurry.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Yeah, he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Come on, let's go! Bad 38!
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. Turn here, he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So 2nd and 10 here. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll give this to Bell running right. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a first down carry by Bell. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Bell is so good at that. He just catches so many passes near the line of scrimmage. In fact, the unique stat line for him last year, he had more yards after the catch than total receiving yards from the line of scrimmage on the season.
That doesn't even sound real, but when you analyze his game, you understand why a stat like that can occur. His ability to catch the ball, be elusive, and also strong enough to break tackles, that allows him to gain all that extra yardage.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Bell. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Call down near the goal line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is now 24. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked off by the veteran James Harrison. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now a handoff, running left is Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 4-yard pickup, that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Here's a give to Bell running left. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll set up a throw. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Let's go. Green,
looking to throw. And Eifert has it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go now.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Back to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Hurry up, here we go. We got 4 down.
Now receiver in motion left. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll go again with Bell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. The give is to Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Easy, Stu.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Space to run past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 34 yards. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. And the lead is now an even 30. Lutz now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They go play action here on first down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long.
Let's go! Green 39!
Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
319! Leopard!
They're going to look to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
All right, here we go. 319!
Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Set! 319! 319!
Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.